Greetings, fellow horror fans. Well, our look at the Hellraiser series now continues on with Hellraiser Hellworld, which is actually Doug Bradley's final film as in the role as Pinhead. So anyway, let's take a look at it. A group of young people are addicted to playing an online computer game called Hellworld, which is based on the Hellraiser series. Adam was so obsessed with the game that he ultimately committed suicide after becoming too immersed in it. At the funeral, the 5 remaining friends blame themselves for not having prevented Adam's suicide. 2 years later, they attend a private Hellworld party at an old mansion after receiving invites through the game. Mike, Derek, and Allison are enthusiastic about the party, while Chelsea reluctantly accompanies them. Jake, who is still very much distressed by Adam's death, only agrees to show up after a female Hellworld player with whom he has struck a bond-like friendship asks him to attend so they can meet. The quintet are cordially welcomed by the middle-aged party host, who offers them drinks, shows them around the mansion, allegedly a former convent and asylum also built by Phil Blame Marchand, and provides them with cell phones to communicate with other guests. As the party progresses, Allison, Derek, and Mike find themselves trapped in separate parts of the house, and are aggressively killed by the host, Pinhead, and Cenobite minions Chatter and Bound. Jake and Chelsea become mysteriously invisible to other party guests, and are struck by the host and the Cenobites. Holding herself up in the attic, Chelsea finds items belonging to Adam and discovers that the host is his father, who blames his son's friends for not helping break his addiction. Chelsea and Jake try to flee, only to discover that they have been burned alive and are receiving messages from the host via cell phones in their respective caskets. The host informs them they are just coming out of a hallucination induced by a powerful psychedelic to which he exposed them upon their arrival, and that the events they have been experiencing have been the result of hypnotic suggestion and their own guilty consciences, or however that's said or pronounced, but anyway. Before leaving, he lets Chelsea know that Allison, Derek, and Mike have all perished in their respective caskets, and that only she and Jake remain alive. As Chelsea begins to slip into another hallucination, she is abruptly pulled above ground by police and paramedics. Her realizes Jake is being taken into an ambulance. The police and paramedics say they were tipped off by a phone call from Chelsea's telephone. Chelsea does not know who could have called them, but as she looks towards the house, she sees Adam standing in the window. Later, the host sits in a bedroom, going through a suitcase containing Adam's possessions. He finds and opens the actual lament configuration, which summons the real Cenobites. Pinhead praises Adam's ingenuity and mocks the host's disbelief before the Cheddar and Bound Cenobites tear him to pieces. Jake and Chelsea are shown driving into the sunrise when they receive a mysterious phone call from the host, who suddenly appears in the back seat. They almost crash the car but are able to stop it, and the host disappears. The last scene shows the police entering the bedroom in which the host opened the box, the wall is blood smeared, and the box lying on the floor. Dun dun dun. So let's take a look at the production of this movie. The film originated due to the necessity of filming an 8th Hellraiser film alongside Hellraiser Deader as a contractual stipulation for filming in Romania. Both productions filmed between October and December 2002 in order to save costs. The screenplay was based on a short story, Dark Can't Breathe by Joel Sosin, which Carl V. Dupre adapted into a screenplay set within the Hellraiser series, originally entitled Hellraiser Dead World. Many of the cast members, including Carrie Payne and Lance Henriksen, hired by chance after they had completed filming projects in Romania, such as Directly to Ascension for Payne and Mimic 3 Sentinel for Henriksen. So overall, I think this movie is kind of interesting, and yeah, like I said, it's Doug Bradley's last time playing Pinhead, and you know what? I think I think this was an interesting film for him to bow out on, so yeah. So overall, I give Hellraiser Hellworld 3 lament configurations out of 5. When I tune in as we take the next film in the series, Hellraiser Revelations. So until then, remember everyone, whatever you do, don't fall asleep.